So, life sometimes is not a very easy thing to grasp, especially during adulthood. But today, guys, I want to talk about something important where a lot of us have gone through our hardships, and I want to talk about bottling your feelings up and asking for help. Now, a good majority of you guys have maybe done this at least once or twice in your life or multiple times. For me, I had a lot of social anxiety when I was younger, and I would bottle up my feelings a lot in general before asking for help because, it's just at the time, it feels like that no one really gave a fuck, or it's just scary. But as I got older, I realized that things aren't so bad and it's okay to be a little dependent on certain things for information to get some help. Like, do you guys remember that one time where you all felt like you were too independent to ask for help and you just kind of wanted to do whatever you wanted to do, whatever it is in life? Like, for me, I loved being like a gamer, right? Obviously playing video games. Like, I did not want to look up any tutorials on how to find something through like a cheat code or walkthroughs or whatever because a lot of y'all want to accomplish something on your own and it does feel really good. And I can't really describe how good that feeling is, but it's like a good sense of dopamine hits you when this happens. It's like one of the best feelings in the world. That was kind of like what I did as a kid a lot to kind of show some certain sense of independence a little bit. I know it's a little weird, but it's just how it was. But as an adult, I tend to like not to just keep to myself a lot and just build a lot of money through working hours and then just try to like pay everything without asking for any type of money at all. Now, most people do this, but like there's some people in this world that like always try to ask for money, and for some odd reason they're just not ashamed of it. And I just find this shit very weird because I would never ask any friends for money like that, and I don't even feel good even doing it. So I don't even know how these people go ahead and like just ask for money shamelessly or something. Like, bro, ask your family members or parents if you have any. But like, I don't know, like it's for the smallest things sometimes too. Like it could be for gas, it could be for like paying a bill and stuff. It's like, bro, either manage your money better or just don't even ask at all and just figure your shit out, because sometimes in this life you have to kind of just try to figure it out on your own first before asking. And this can easily be applied with anything. Like for me, I also try to learn things on my own by trying to YouTube certain things, like for example car parts. If I'm trying to learn how to fix my car, even though I'm not like a certified mechanic, I'd like to just try to be able to figure out an idea of like what I'm looking at to kind of understand the problem a little bit better. Because sometimes, bro, those videos are a lot easier just to look at and then just do it yourself. Because for some odd reason, dude, the growing pains of like trying to learn something while watching a YouTube video just kind of does not always hit or match up the same way sometimes. But when it does, like, get that shit going, like, it's like, oh my god, dude, I just feel like a genius. But it's not very easy to try to, like, just fix something up with your car without asking for some type of information. But thankfully, things have gotten better in that department because if it wasn't for like trying to ask people for help on certain things, I would have never saved as much money as I do now sometimes. And the worst habit I've had of all time for me, it was like my only toxic trait was bottling my real emotions up for serious problems that I have in my life. Like for some reason, I don't know why, but whenever time I've been going through some shit or something, like I'd always just bottle it up, and it was like really bad because some people would obviously notice, but even then, when people would notice, I just wouldn't tell them anything. Now this can come from many things too, like it comes from like bad families or shit like that. And I think for me it was like bad families because like I remember having people tell me like not to tell anyone because no one in this world cares and shit like that, bro. Like it's fucking insane. But thankfully like I'm okay now. But holy shit though, like asking for help in that department is absolutely terrifying too, because like if you don't ask for it, it's like the worst feeling thinking that someone's gonna judge you and shit. And this is like when I was younger too, but now, yeah, like now, like I know when to speak up now, thankfully. And the sad part too in this world is that you can ask for help or have people help you, but just know that everyone is not going to help you right away, or some people may never help you if you're like a stranger. Because I'll be honest, dude, there was a situation that was a little freaky, right? So one time a few years ago, I was going like down the road at 4 a.m. to work. I used to work a 5 to 3:30 shift at an Amazon warehouse because I used to work the morning shift, and it was such the craziest like thing happened to me where there was a guy, literally like he looked like he was on the ground in pain or something, and it looked like he was reaching his hand out to me, and it was scary because I had to go to work, and it kind of freaked me out. And I ain't gonna lie because I didn't know what to do, and but at the same time though, like there was like a scheme going on apparently where people were pretending to be hurt to try to steal people's cars, and that was a thing that happened later that day. Like there was like a news article that came out, and that happened near that area, and it freaked me out because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh man, I want to help them," but I'm just like, I'm a little scared. It was a setup, and it's such a sad thing to think about because this world is fucking crazy. So, I unfortunately just had to drive off because I had to go to work, and then I didn't have time to really help this dude. But I did feel a little bad, not gonna lie. But then I come to find out, yeah, that shit happened. So I felt a little bit better. It was a little scary because like it was near a college too. It was near like a community college, and I just didn't know what to feel because there was a lot of weird crimes that goes around that college. Like for some odd reason, bro, like college students are out for blood or something. Like literally, like not that long ago, there was like a crime thing that happened at the college where there was like a body that was found, and that shit sounds scary because it's like around the corner of my house, and I don't like having to go through that area thinking about shit like that. But that's just the world we live in. But honestly, everybody, if there's someone in your life that you care about, right, and you think they might need some help in some ways, like when it comes to like helping people at work or just whatever the fuck it is, like I don't know, just anything. Don't be afraid to try to offer to ask them for help, but be careful of who it is sometimes because sometimes, bro, when you try to ask for help, it can backfire. But at the same time, though, just take it slow and see where it goes. Now, I'm a big firm believer in good karma, right? And I've had helped quite a bit of people in the past, and some of it's either done me well, and some of it's backfired a little bit. But for the most part, I've had a lot of good karma in certain things, and it was really nice. And I do recommend anyone that is able to help a stranger, if possible, to try to. Unfortunately, also just read the situation in the room too, because like that fucking scenario of that dude at the community college, yeah, that was definitely not the way to go. But if it's genuine, try to go for it. But anyways, everybody, if you could relate to this in any type of way, feel free to tell me your story in the comment section. I'd like to read some of it because we all have a story somewhere where we all probably needed to ask for help or just something happening to us in general. Or just relating to the bottling up your feelings too, because I've like I said, I've done it. We've all at least done it once. Now, what kind of brought me up into this discussion of this video too was I was talking to a coworker about this, and he was like talking about how he hated asking people for help, and it was such a very niche and unique like subject because there's a lot of coworkers I've talked to on a friendly level that did not really have a deep conversation like this. But this dude was like a really cool guy, and I don't know, man. It's just crazy that like we had a conversation like this, and that's what's kind of sparked everything about this video idea. And before I go, I just want to give out some personal updates so far about what's been going on. So the good thing is I've been working a lot. It's great. Monday through Friday, I gotta say, guys, even though it's night shift, I work like a lot of 3 to 1:30 in the morning. Gotta say, much better than overnights. And the fact that you get a weekend off, like it's been so long since I've had any type of weekends off, right? And I gotta say, it's such a good feeling. I missed having some weekends off, even if it's just a night shift. Fuck, dude. It's such an awesome way to end the week finally when your Friday is actually Friday. It's wonderful. And it does make working overtime a bit easier to do because at least for me, my body clock is like working for me now. So like I don't feel like completely fucking drowsy and tired and shit when I get off work and not get proper sleep because that sleep in the middle of the night is super important, and I don't care how much money a job makes you, dude. That extra $1 an hour is just not worth it. But like I only did it obviously because that's all they had, but thankfully didn't take very long to get out of that situation. Like I remember like there were some days when I was working OT on the 6:30 to 5 in the morning shift that my head felt like a Nintendo Switch like stick drifting on my fucking neck. I don't know how to describe it, but when I was like walking, I felt like I was fighting to fall asleep while walking, and I was like drifting literally like an analog stick on the upper like right corner or something from like a Nintendo Switch or something. It's fucking crazy. Or like the DVD screensaver, if you guys remember the thing bouncing around and shit. I don't know, it's harder to describe that feeling, but I think we've all been there at least once too. If you guys have at least pulled an all-nighter at least once, I think you guys can understand that feeling. Also, deep down, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, things have been kind of slowing down on the channel quite a bit with like the momentum, but it's okay, guys. I don't care. I'm just happy that I have an audience that wants to listen and watch, and I think it's kind of cool. It's really fun too to make content and be able to talk like whatever you like to do. It's such a really nice refreshing feeling. Alrighty guys, enough rambling. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.